Hey everybody, it's Matt Vogel with YadaCoin. So how could Bybit have prevented this hack? Well, they could have done that if they used Yada event logs. And what a Yada event log is just a log of key events and key hashes. So the public key hash of all the public keys that have been used by a particular wallet, right? So let's clear the board here. So if we have our wallet, right, we have our mnemonic seed phrase right here, and now we want to create a key event log for it. So what does this mean, right? So the public key hash, this is corresponding to the first rotation of that wallet. And I don't even have a password set yet. But if we do a couple more rotations, this is what the rotation would look like without a password. And the twice pre-rotated key hash predicts what the public key hash is going to be: two transactions or two event logs ahead. The public pre-rotated key hash predicts what the public key hash is going to be one log event ahead. And then the public key hash is the hash of the public key that is now revoked. You can only sign a transaction. You can only sign with a key once. So every single time you sign a transaction, it is logged onto the blockchain, and that's how the nodes in the consensus layer will know if you have used a key twice, or if you do not know how to rotate the key appropriately. Okay, so let me demonstrate what the appropriate key rotation looks like and how that can get caught by the consensus layer. So we have, I'm going to set a password as the 2FA input. So I'm going to rotate the key, and that's going to include this password in the key rotation process. So if I rotate the key again and again, it's going to use this password. Well, if I change the password, then it's going to be false. It's going to be rejected by the blockchain because why is that? So the twice pre-rotated key hash equals that. It equals a pre-rotated key hash. It equals the public key hash, previous key hash. Now it gets interesting. So the twice pre-rotated key hash equals the pre-rotated key hash, but it doesn't equal the public key hash. Okay, so that means that we did not rotate it correctly. Also, twice pre-rotated key hash up here does not equal pre-rotated key hash right here. Okay, so that means that we've created completely different addresses for this key sequence in this transaction. So this transaction would be removed. It would be rejected by the blockchain. Okay, so the only modification that we would need to make to this workflow for Bybit is to include like so let's go ahead and do this, right? So we would need to include the contract address in the key rotation process, because with Bybit, the contract address was changed. So the attacker changed the contract address to enable them to send funds to their own wallet. And they were able to change how many coins were sent and all that stuff. So if we keep the contract address static in the rotation process, then not even an attacker with a phishing user interface, and it doesn't matter how good their user interface is, if the contract address is not the same as the contract address used in previous key rotations that are already on chain, then that transaction will be rejected because these key hashes won't match. So it would have been rejected. And that's really all there is to it. It's not more complicated than that. So yeah, That's how Yada event logs would have prevented the Bybit hack. Thanks for watching.